All right, guys. Mod 7 exam review. So our last chapter before the final, so make sure you're studying hard. Apologize for this getting out a little late. We need to know what to do in a triage scenario with an MCI. What do you do first? Make sure you're running through the order correctly on what to do. And what not to do. Remember, MCI, we change our rules a little bit on to what we focus on versus the normal patients. A little bit on here about terrorism. Make sure you guys read up on that a little bit. Need to know those terms I sent out. The difference between like placards and warning panels and all that stuff. You need to know the difference between your hot and cold zones, your warm zones, what happens in each one of those areas. So what happens in the cold zone, what happens in the warm zone. Get into the hazmat stuff. You need to know different types of radiation and what kind of coverage and protection you need for those. Once again, terms, difference between abandonment and endangerment and unlawful consent, all that stuff. Need to know how to triage a patient, what tag they would get. Remember, green is our walking wounded, yellow is our unable to walk, red is our very, very serious, right? You need to know what span of control means. What level of hazmat you need to be aware of. All that good stuff. Some questions on driving. How effective your siren is. How far it will travel. Once again, determining priorities of patients. Those are scenario-based questions. You guys just got to know how to do that. Normal oxygen levels in the air, what that looks like. We've asked that a lot, so that shouldn't be hard. Need to know about start triage, what start triage looks like. Now, there are lots of priority questions. Determining priorities of patients. So understand that criteria of what makes them a red patient, what makes them a yellow patient, what makes them a green patient, what makes them a black patient. Okay? You need to know what tertiary injuries are. Several questions about what level of hazmat training it is. So know the difference between awareness and operations and technician and specialist. You know what an MCI is, okay? And not just the definition, mass casualty incident, but what qualifies an MCI, okay? Doesn't have to be a huge number of patients. It just has to strain the system. Lots and lots of scenarios on here and lots of triaging. It's going to ask about landing zone size. You need to know that, how big your landing zone needs to be. Need to know what unified command is, what incident command is. It's going to ask you about how to make a vehicle safe before you get in it. Even though that's normally a fire job, it wants you to know how to do that. We don't always have fire on our scenes, or we may work as part of a fire department. So we need to make sure that you know how to do all the things. Remember that keywords could affect the question. So, if it asks about an illness that would be least likely to occur naturally would be the key word. So some things happen naturally and some things are man-made. Make sure you're focusing on the right words there. Like I said, mostly scenario-based questions. If you study the terms that I emailed out, I think you'll be okay. I apologize for getting this out late, but it is what it is. If you have questions, you can email me or call me, and I will get you the answers to your questions. Really focus on, in your studying smart triage and how to triage patients, green, yellow, red, and black, determining which ones of those are the right things. Other than that, hope you guys are studying. I'll get this out. Good luck.